Guys, who do you think is the number one Dominican female artist right now?
Ooh,
Don't look at me.
I don't
Look at
know.
me.
Nobody, no takers.
Isn't it Cardi? I feel like I mean, it's got to be Cardi. I mean, as far as like overall, like if you get to like pick a name, like, if you threw it in dark, yeah, like who else is there? I don't know. I'm old.
I don't think nobody is holding.
Nobody's holding
Based
it
on
down.
talent or
Nobody's
Right.
nobody.
Definitely not talent.
okay.
Definitely not
All right.
talent.
I don't think anybody has a throne right now. I think it's in a void.
Really?
It's definitely a baseball player. I mean, as far as best performer, okay, Dominican. Come on, let's be
From a controversy perspective, Yailin.
Got that. Yeah.
But
As an artist,
that's is she an artist?
I just don't
Yes,
even. I don't know who these people are.
Ball.
I'm not informed of people's nationalities.
I think
You
she's
guys-
like a public figure that just makes a few songs. To me,
And just
yeah. I don't know if DR has any major like big artists out right now. Like they're like all in the cut. Like I don't know. I personally cannot do a top 5 right now. Like who's holding it down? Like oh, she's killing it. Like
What about top 3?
coming up that I could say
La Insuperable.
Chelsea's
Yeah.
getting up there. She's wilding. People are sleeping on her, but she's wilding. Y
Um,
la otra, ¿cómo se llama la otra?
You said Chelsea? Who's
La hija de Cherry Noe. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
She's beast. People are sleeping on her. That's why.
and
Yeah,
She got talent.
Definitely sleeping on her.
La flaquita esta. La perversa.
La Perversa, yeah.
I like her.
Is Doja Dominican, by the way? No.
Nah.
No.
Big Lotto. Big Lotto.
I just want to like bring in. I just want to throw in a lie, see what happens, and plus I feel like Doja should be Dominican.
I guess if there had to be a top 3,
Like trying to talk
it'd probably be like
I'm like,
La Insuperable,
Who are you talking about?
La Perversa, and Yailin probably.
In that order?
Just in general, like that is making anything right now.
You wouldn't put Cardi in there?
I don't know if Cardi is. I don't know if I put Cardi in that. I don't know. I think Cardi is so American pop culture now that I don't know if she don't be over there like that, repping DR like that to me.
I would agree with him.
I think she's Dominican and is into hip hop culture. I don't think she's like repping DR as hip hop culture. That's just me. I don't see
We're just talking about the biggest name. I just was saying like who's the biggest. I don't know because I don't know
Yeah.
anything, but I don't know.
Yo,
anything.
Angel, that's a hot take. You some shots.
She's
She-
more
nah,
black
that's
than
a good take.
Dominican. Like
yeah.
American.
Sis, who you think? Who you got over there?
Nothing against her.
Fefita.
Rafita's still holding it down.
Fefita is the number one though. Y'all laugh all y'all want, but Fefita is the queen bee. She's
Yeah. It's a goat.
the Ivy Queen.
Mhm.
I saw her live.
She's
There's nothing better.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was peeing in my pants. Like, esa mujer se mueve. It's
Fefita's the
insane.
throne, man.
Hell yeah. That's our aunt right there. Chill.
So who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got? Sis, you don't got nobody.
I mean, I have to agree with him. Jailin, La Perversa, and I don't know who the other person is.
In
but
that order.
in that order. Yeah. And I think just Cardi is more Americanized than,
Mhm.
you know.
Damn, Cardi.
Nothing personal. It's just the way she presents.
Yeah, she stopped making Spanish songs too. Like,
Yeah.
she was making them before, not recently.
What's her album? Didn't she make a Spanish album recently?
We actually spoke about that
Last
last
time, right?
episode. That a Spanish album from her would be valid.
Will be valid.
However, it has not happened. Not
Yeah.
that I know of.
No, she made a Spanish song.
She has potential to insert herself back in.
Yeah.
If she wanted to, she could come back into the market and like in the Latin market and like
Of course.
and make hits. But I think she has a lot going on with her family and her life. Like, so we don't know what's going on in her life, but
She
she has a talent for it, but she hasn't done
reported
it.
that she spends $3 million a month. Like that's just her her basic spend. I'm just saying, no, seriously, this is like you can Google it right now. Like Cardi B just said, I spend $3 million a month. So just so you
Lives
listen,
in Jersey.
or whatever it is, okay. Another, which is another L on Jersey, by the way.
Yeah.
If you live in Jersey and you're spending $3 million a month, like things are not that great. And I bet you it's because she's got that basement apartment. It is what it is. It's where she keeps Offset. It's where she keeps it's where she keeps it's where she keeps her baby daddy. It's where she keeps her baby daddy.
Chained up.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
3 million a month. We got to keep Cardi. Like, there's no other Dominican even semblance person that we know who's just bragging about spending 3 mil a month. So whatever you guys want to say, whether she's valid or she's pop, that's the one. That's my vote.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So how long you two been married? What's going on? What's going on?
I stop counting.
This month.
Oh my god! So
Yeah.
what advice do you have to all these single fucks? I'm sorry, these single people hanging around you guys. You see
My advice?
people. Yeah, give us some advice because you're around. You guys are like
Don't
you
do
guys
it.
have a business. You have you
Good
work
luck.
9 to 5.
That's
you
my
own a
advice.
bar.
Always together too. I can only
So
right.
okay.
I think
share us the secrets.
it's kind of like Armageddon right now for that dating world. Like I would say good luck. Honestly, there's no real advice I could give. Yeah, you just got to figure it out. It's not the same that it was even.
You gotta figure
This is
it
day
out.
by day over here.
At this point, like, because we have a lot of friends who are like in the market and who are like, come to us for advice, and they have a lot going on in their lives, and we've seen how the market has shifted from when we first met in college to like now, and it's just like if we hypothetically were single dating now, it would be way different than when we first met. Like now, the market has changed so much, and it's like it's terrible.
You keep calling it the market.
It's the market. It's the market. What is it gonna be?
We done cut a deal. We're gonna go.
You have to add value to the market. If you're not valuable, you're not gonna get picked.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Ooh, great segue for my next question. What do you guys think is the market outlook for relationships in 2025?
I think a lot of people are not trying to get in relationships right now. I think a lot of people are not getting married. A lot of people are not trying to. It's just not worth it right now. I think that it's one of those things where you have to get in with somebody good as early as you can. Right now, it's unfortunate. It's just difficult. I think, like I said, the mentality has shifted so much. Like with social media, with technology, with politics, with the times.
With our
That-
jobs.
It's just not like it's difficult, like everybody has these bad like habits and mañas that they've developed 10 years ago that they're bringing on now that never been checked, and now you have to like date all these weirdos and these personalities. So now it's like you got to deal with so much.
Weirdos. Okay.
I see them and I feel bad for my friends and family who trying to like, and I'm just like, damn, I don't know. Like,
a lot
It's
of
a
options.
bloodbath.
I think it clouds things up because it's like, oh, everyone's online. Yeah. And so I think for a lot of people.
and the whole thing too, I'm sure you've seen other podcasts or the YouTube videos, whole like red pill movement and all these things that been going on the past 5-10 years, like feminism and toxic masculinity, whatever, all this going on. Like these are all movements that are happening at the same time that's disrupting the market right now. And people, feminism is a whole, but I'm gonna be honest with you, feminism is a whole nother reason why also it's not working, messing up a lot of things.
So what is your concept of feminism? Why do you think it's messing things up?
I think the original mission behind feminism had good intentions. Where there is, powering, females to, live their best lives, to do great, to go to work, add value to the relationships, to society, as in the roles that they're supposed to be in. And mind you, that's a very important role they're supposed to be in. I think now feminism has unfortunately misconstrued what a woman's role is supposed to be in a relationship. And now women are confused on what they're supposed to be doing. And they want to be a man and a woman in a relationship.
Yeah.
I love her. She's like, I need a long drink. Oh my god.
Ooh,
I saw her.
cannot
I
be
saw her
both.
face.
And we are different. We are not better than each other. We are different and we complement each other. And that's what we have figured out, that I have things I need to do in a relationship. She hasn't. I don't try to be jealous or envy because she can't do certain things or act a certain way, and vice versa. Like, oh my God, I can't give birth. I'm gonna cry. Like, no, like I'm the provider and protector, and the leader of the home. She's the the emotional support. She's the mom. She does her roles. Can she work? I'm not like, I think with feminism, it has turned into a thing where like women think that like, oh my God, like you're a slave. You're supposed to like follow every word the man says and you can't do anything. You can't even breathe. Like if you're not allowed to eat today, you can't eat. Like, no, it's like you're supposed to like, in a way, we are designed by nature as men to like lead, but it doesn't mean that you can't work with us and together and be by our side. It doesn't mean that we have to whip you into everything. It's just that like grow with me together, but let me lead. And by the roles thing that I was saying is that a lot of women now are becoming too masculine and too independent to the point that by the time they find a man, men don't want to deal with that. Like they don't want to deal with overly masculine women. They don't want to deal with all that stuff. So that's my take on it, pretty much. And it's just nothing against it. It's just I could go all day.
Notice
I'll
from
watch
the
your face.
gamers that
Mhm.
come here and stuff who are single and stuff like that, and I've asked them like, because they talked to me about like their single life and stuff, and the main thing I've taken away is they're mostly in their 30s, almost 40s. They don't want to deal with a woman that's constantly like, don't tell me what the fuck to do, and you're not my dad, but yet you want him to pay for everything, pay for your nails, pay for your hair, pay for this. You want him to do all these.
Yeah, but that's not always happening now, baby. Because this is what happens, right? Now, men had the upper hand before, right? Financially, right?
Yeah.
Men had the upper hand financially before. Now we're working, we're making money, just like men are,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But I think it's based on the individual,
Mhm.
right? Because not all women are the same.
And I tell them that not everyone is the same.
Not all women are
Me,
the
for
same,
example.
but then you have men who expect you to pay half of everything, right?
And that's fine.
No, and it is fine.
In this economy,
And-
shit.
No, and it is fine, right? You're paying half of everything, but then they also want you to cook, clean, take care of the kids. So you're doing a lot more than they are, right? But
Mhm.
yet financially, you're coming in half and half, right?
Mhm.
We're splitting the bills.
Mhm.
And like he said, oh, I'm the leader.
Mhm.
So you need to do as I say.
Mhm.
So is that fair?
I don't think it's fair. I think that man doesn't know what he's doing.
It's not
Okay,
fair.
but that's the thing, right? So it's not that women now, oh, don't tell me what the fuck to do or this, that, or the other. But if you expect me to come in and split the bills with you,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So it's going to be a partnership,
Yeah.
not a dictatorship. Like
Yep.
you're not going to tell me what to do,
And you want to know how you fix that?
because we're in a relationship. I'm not your child.
You want to know how you fix that? Communication.
Well, that's what I'm.
It's that
That's what
simple.
I'm saying. It's not a dictatorship.
It's that simple. But people nowadays have such an issue with communication, and they're so scared of
Talking.
saying
People
how
just
they
don't-
feel.
People are just afraid of commitment, right? Nobody's willing to go the extra mile to
Yep.
make things work, and that's just the bottom line,
Yeah.
right? And then, like they were saying, like social media and like women and men, because I'm not going to single out
Oh no, yeah,
any
sure.
group, right? You feel like you have so many options out there.
And it's literally at the palm of
And
your
it's-
hand.
Exactly.
Like,
Like we go
it-
to work. Like I'm in corporate America. I don't have to
Mhm.
come into the office.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like 2-3 weeks where I'm just home. So I'm not meeting anyone outside. Like I'm not going to take the train. I'm not getting in my car. So your options are limited. Like you're
Mhm.
not meeting people organically anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that it all comes into play.
So you're hooking up with people at work? Is that what you're saying? All right, so I heard you say. I spent all day at work because you're only option.
So that's
I just want to know. I just want clarification. Really
but
quick.
that's one rule of but that's an option where you can meet people, right?
Yeah.
On your way to work.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be someone that works
Yeah.
in the same building or
Yeah,
within the same
yeah.
company because you don't share where you eat.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's my policy.
Got it.
No, yeah. I think you're both like, right in your own ways for sure. 100%. Yeah. It's communication, it's people lack of commitment. Again, back to the way the market has shifted. Like people do not have the patience for commitment anymore. They want to deal with a lot less. They don't even fathom the amount of work it takes to be in a long, stable relationship. Actually, fuck stable. It's never stable.
Never stable.
It's a relationship. It's work.
It's
It's work. They think it's like, oh my God, we're going to get together and be forever. No, you're going to hate each other one day, love each other in the afternoon, hate each other in the evening, and then back to it again. But then in the long term, you build as a relationship. But people don't want to deal with that.
We all grew up with this like Disney mentality, happily ever after, and
No.
it's like, and as we get older,
No.
we grew up in these like fairy tales. I'm just saying that most of like the narratives that we grew up on and love and the whole thing, we learned from like these like, but as we've gotten older, we realize that a lot of this like these narratives don't fit what's really happening in the real world. And I'm just saying that many of us, I think women, men, have this thing that's been set up by like kind of this fiction, and now we have to kind of deal with reality, and things are more difficult and for everyone and financially. And you're right. And you're lucky because you work in corporate America, so you have that.
No, I'm not lucky. I busted my ass to get there.
Yeah.
No,
You work for it.
like that. I'm just saying, but still, like there's so gratitude. My point is that certain things happen in your life that made this opportunity available to you. Yes, you worked hard, but there were also certain points in life.
Women who were successful and didn't really take I'm not going to go to college. They opened up their own business. Right. They're out there hustling, doing whatever, right? Yeah. But they're not sitting home waiting to be fed.
Yeah.
Right. So they took the initiative like, okay, I just got to go and make my money.
Yeah. And I would say early on, unfortunately and biologically as a woman, unfortunately, you have to figure it out sooner than later. What do you really want in life?
Yep.
Unfortunately, women don't have the luxury to be 30 plus, 35 plus, and then decide they want to start have a family. It will be very risky. I think that unfortunately, biologically, and it's just, nobody made this up. It's just how you were born. You have to figure it out in your mid-20s. What is it you really want to do with your body? Do you want to have a family, or do you want to raise the corporate ladder? Unfortunately, you can't do both like too much, because then you will sacrifice at the expense of building a family. Or again, it depends what you value. Some women don't want kids. Some women do want a family and kids.
But you can. I had my son at 35.
That's extremely risky. When you say?
No, it's not. It's not.
That's very risky.
And
it doesn't depend on the woman.
Each
pregnancy is different. My mom had
nothing personal against you. It's extremely risky.
Saying no, it's not. It's not. It wasn't even considered a high risk pregnancy.
You have great genetics.
It depends on the women.
No, and it's after 36. Yeah. I had my son in at what is it, New York Presbyterian.
Yeah.
And after 36, then it's considered a high risk.
But my mom had my sister at 32,
really?
I think, or something, and she had a high risk pregnancy. So it depends on the women.
Yeah. I think you have great genetics and a great family bloodline, but most women after 30, they just start going downhill.
Depends on how you take care of yourself.
Then you have to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's what it all comes.
Yeah, and obviously I'm speaking in generalities here. This is just I'm talking across the board. Like there may be an exception, 42, great perfect baby, but I'm maybe 50, great perfect baby. But I'm talking about like in general after like 30. Like most women,
most women are having kids at an older age. Like they're not, and like me, right? I'm single, and I've come across men who are 40 plus.
Yeah,
and they don't have kids.
That's fine.
And women, family members who are, women.
Yeah.
40, close to 40.
Yeah.
Still no kids.
And that's fine. That's cool. No judgment.
So it's more. So I think that's more in the norm now.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe because technology now has been pushed a bit. The 40 to 50 things of not having kids is kind of okay. Most men don't figure it out financially and what they want in life until their 30s and 40s anyway. Between 20 and 30, you're pretty much dating a child man still. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So like
there's 3 men and we all agree.
Yep.
So it's like, and unfortunately we don't have like an expiration in terms of family. We could be 72 and pop out 20 kids a year. Like, so it's different for men, unfortunately. Like, yeah.
I think
it's not unfortunate. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
nothing against.
I think in terms of being a woman and deciding whether you want to have a family or be, professional, go to school and get your degree or whatever. I don't think you have to pick between the two. I think you can do both. But I think
I don't know.
It wouldn't work.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. No, let me be realistic with you.
Maternity leave.
Let me be realistic with you.
And it's gonna set you back.
Some places give 9 months. It's fine. I don't care how much you get.
A ladder.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because if I have Jason that's working 12 months out of the year, and then I have Juliana that worked 3 months out of the year.
¿Cuántos muchachos tú vas a tener? 5.
You'd be surprised.
Kid.
It still matters though. Like in a corporate ladder, if I have a business, you think I want an employee that works 12 months or I want an employee that works 3 months?
It doesn't. Okay. I mean,
It matters.
I think like
That's the
I think corporate America paints this like I call it Kool-Aid sipping, and you probably experienced this. You know, when I left college, I used to work for a big four accounting firm, and then eventually I went into a startup, and now I'm working corporate. Corporate tends to paint all these. I call it Kool-Aid sipping, where it's exactly like, oh, we care about you, family, whatever, and oh, the juice, you know. And there's a lot of that juice, unfortunately, where like, yeah, you know, we care about you and all that, but at the end of the day, it is a business, and everybody, as much as your team loves you and they love you, that you're expendable. And that's why he was saying that, like, if you have 2 or 3 kids in the span of a few years, you're working there, 5, 6 years, you're losing a year and a half being out of work, just focusing on the kids, not counting the days out of the month that you're not feeling well because of your female duties.
I have to leave early.
I have to leave early. I have issues. Unfortunately, like there's a lot of biological more issues with women that they have to for their health. Unfortunately, that they have to deal with than men. We could power through more.
Say it's all based on the individual. When I started in corporate America, I was working for a custody bank,
Yeah,
and I was an executive assistant.
yeah,
And all of a sudden a tax position opened up. I applied for it and I got it. Worked my way up, got my master's while I was working. So I went up the ladder.
yeah,
But because of my hard work,
yeah,
right? And I still had my son.
yeah,
I had appointments with him. I had to leave early.
yeah,
But still, that did not stop me from getting
yeah,
to where I wanted to go.
yeah. I would say
So
you're.
it's,
Yeah.
so it's all dependent on the individual.
Yeah, we're speaking in general. We're speaking in generalities. Like, yeah,
That have gone up the ladder compared to the men that have gone up the ladder. There's a huge difference in numbers. When you have a kid and the dad has a kid, there's different roles. You take him to the doctor's appointments. You pick him up early from school, daycare, whatever, because he's sick. The dad still stays in the damn office because he's busy doing whatever report or whatever.
But see, like you
Guys.
like, so,
Everybody knows Jonathan Mayers, right?
no. I think
The
it's a
guy
good
from
topic.
the
It makes
MTV.
sense. I think it'll be very helpful to really discuss. I think it makes sense.
no,
I think it's helpful. Yeah, I think you are extraordinarily like
Yeah.
stronger and more willful and ambitious than the average woman. So like, shout outs to you. No.
Right, can we?
No,
You need another one?
I would tell you that the average woman is not as like forthcoming as you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say like, no, because like the average person who has to like deal with what you have to deal with as like a single mother or like climbing up the ladder the way you had would more of the time give up or not be able to do it. Like I don't know you personally. I don't know what kind of sacrifices you had to make for your child and your family and like things you had to go through to get where you're at. But the average woman cannot. It's not. Trust me, most of them won't.
My family, I wouldn't have been able to do anything
Yeah,
without them.
yeah.
Like
Most of them will not.
She's there with my son, and I'm able to go to work and do what I need to do with no work.
So you're lucky you have a great mom, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
La más viral. La más viral está aquí supporting her baby.
Yeah.
Yes. And
But
not only
That's Mom Duke. She's out here.
when my mom's in DR, so I have a great support.
That's also
system.
something amazing like in Hispanic families that we have very family oriented. Like it's not they tell us when we had a first kid or future kids, they're like, it's not about the money. You could have a kid with nothing. We'll figure it out. It's a village. No, but in New York we know is a hell no. But to them, like how they are, they're like, don't worry about that. Like we'll help and figure it out together. And they do rally eventually once the kids come. Like they do want to help. Like they won't ever let you like suffer too much.
Then enjoy grandma. Y'all take a drink, please.
Yeah.
I'll take orders.
What I wanted to get into was the potential of opportunities that we have like throughout different like races is different. And by that I mean we're all starting off in a different place, like on the race. And it's not so much a race issue, it's more of like opportunity. So for example, when I got into like corporate America, or even like college, I noticed that a lot of other cultures, unfortunately, their families, had a head start by a long shot. In certain areas, certain things, or people, when I got into certain roles or certain like higher roles, they got there through different means. It wasn't like so much earned and they applied. It was people they knew, their cousins or their family, and they may do the job at the same level or like worse than you, but still got the same pay or better or whatever.
Nepotism.
No, nepotism, but honestly, I think nepotism is like an understatement compared to how it really is. Because even throughout college, I wouldn't say I'm like envious, but I would say that like it does not rub you the right way if you like were like Hispanic, you know, raised in the heights, and then you start climbing college and corporate America, and you hear people complaining about, oh, you know, my parents are paying for my rent, they're paying for my car, my cell phone. I'm complaining about getting to the office and my coffee late, and you're here having to go home late. Somebody's shooting up in the stairway. You got to make it to your apartment, deal with stuff at home, worry about walking down your block. But then you go back to college or your job or your office, and people are just complaining about things that are beyond first world problems. And it just goes to show you that like sometimes like we are just starting off in different places, but to corporate America, it looks like we're all in the same. We may be in the same role, but like our starting points are so different.
Yeah,
And
we
then-
have to work so much harder.
We have to work so much harder, and that's really what I'm trying to say. That like it's like unfortunate, and I went through a lot of that when like through corporate America, like noticing that people around me are not as thick skinned, or like they just complain about like the dumbest things compared to us. That may have been one of their first jobs. We may have worked 10 retail jobs, you know, in a supermarket, in a folding clothes, you know, behind a register, McDonald's, whatever, before we eventually made it to corporate America. And all those jobs, as silly and like dumb as they were, they all help with, like they all build character. So by the time you get there, nothing gets to you. And that happened to me a lot when I was like working corporate. People couldn't read me. I'd be in the office with my suit, working, whatever. Nothing could get to me. And I'm like, there's nothing you guys can do here that will break me. Like, what are you going to do? I'll walk out of here right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I call the term unoffendable. And I say that because I work in compliance. I do all these things. I work in corporate America too. And so a lot of times, like, you think you're going to say something that's going to like make me jump like off sides. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Like, it is, I'm old enough.
People don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I don't want to talk to me. I'm that guy. I call myself, I'm a paperwork bouncer.
Paperwork bouncer.
Like, I swear to you, I have to explain to
people don't want to talk to me
Yeah,
either. So I know.
exactly. It's like, you know, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna read every page, every sentence. I don't look like I'm going to, but I really enjoy it. Just kind of
But
nitpicky.
and by all that, I just want to say like sometimes like I feel like the world or like other cultures and races have no idea what some other like you know I wouldn't say that like, you know, Dominicans are the bottom of the totem pole or Hispanics bottom totem pole, but I would say like generally like our culture, we're not up there yet in terms of like social, like economic, where we need to be at, which is like a lot of things holding us back due to culture. But they don't just have no idea what we've been through or go through to be where we're at there, and they just see us as like everything's perfect when you go to the office or whatever's going on, and they don't know when they talk to you about and you they don't know why you can't relate to them about the wine and the cheeses. Like,
I'm like,
or like
yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
Like,
Yeah.
your
Should I
dad didn't
punch
pay
you
your
in the
credit.
face now or later? Like, really? This
Yo.
is what you're complaining about.
Fuck my dad. He got me a BMW 2024.
yeah, like
And you're looking at them like, oh, your dad didn't pay your car. That's nice. I don't know my dad.
No, but
But
that's
cool.
That's a
nice.
great point, though, Angel, that you bring, because I feel that us, especially as Dominicans within Manhattan, we've all been in that corporate setting where it's not necessarily that we're being discriminalized against, but it's almost to the point that we can't relate.
can't relate.
We just can't relate.
Yeah, we can't relate. And I'm not trying to have a pity party. It's more of like you can't relate. So then later down the line, that does affect like your work. It does affect your environment
course.
because you're not, again, at least and when you have your day job 9 to 5, your raises and how you move in the company is all about the relationships you make throughout there.
I always said it, that in a corporate setting, you have to fit within the culture.
Yeah, the water
If you don't
cooler
fit in the
talk,
culture,
the elevator talk, knowing whose birthday and like what's happening is very important. If you don't like are cool with your direct managers and people and you develop some kind of relationship, they're not gonna favorite you in any kind of way, and they're just not gonna help you rise the ladder. They're gonna think you're just like
You're
But
there.
But at least,
vanilla.
at least you guys got the upper hand because you guys started your own thing on the side.
Yeah.
Like me, I've been trying to do that forever, and I'm just like, I have no idea.
I would say
Just start.
just start.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
never-
that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't know what to do.
What is it
I
you're trying to do?
I don't know.
Okay, forgot that one you got to figure out.
Out.
It's just
Yeah.
figuring that
For
out
example,
is
one of
the
our
biggest
servers,
issue.
he has a roommate, and their pronouns is they them. They can bake
Mhm.
amazingly. Like they've brought us little cakes, brownies, and stuff like that. And I've told them, I was like, this is what you do. You're gonna start baking, right? Bring them here, take pictures, pass them out, have people comment on your Instagram, whatever. We will help you out, right? And we will start selling your little bake your cakes and stuff like that. And then on your Instagram, we're gonna make you cards and everything. Hey, I do bakeries for cake, for birthdays, for this, for that, bar mitzvahs, whatever. Yo, at the funerals. And little by little, you're gonna get a clientele. Yeah. Little
but
bit- you
that's
gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I was even thinking about leaving corporate America behind. Like, I was just so frustrated at a point that I was just like, I can't do this.
Peace of mind. Yeah.
You gotta keep that like consistent check, but at the same time
Yeah,
be looking
it's tough.
elsewhere. I just started my own. Yeah,
Yeah, I wanted to go into teaching,
Mhm.
but then like the pay cut.
It's not the same.
No.
Oh my god! I'm like, how am I gonna live?
You could spin it.
And dealing with other people kids, other people badass kids. You can't hit them. Remember that.
I mean, but it's a rewarding.
I was not.
It's a.
I had kids from after school, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and I still keep in contact with them to this day. They all went to college right now. But yo, I've been wanting to fight some of them. Like, I'm like, yo, I swear to God. Like, but it is rewarding. It is. You're right. It is.
Yeah, but it's just like the pay cut. Jersey tax.
Suck. Yeah.
that seller.
yeah.
Exactly.
I was just like, it's not feasible for
Get
me
creative.
right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Do you guys follow Earn Your Leisure on
Mhm.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Well, so they talk a lot about investing, and so they were talking about. I think today's post, the last one I saw was about how doing boring things. Like there's someone who's a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire because of paper clips. There's someone who's you talk about like the sleeves on coffee. Like there are
Mhm.
people like you think that like you need some like really
Gotta hit one
you
niche.
know this is you think that you need this like eye-opening idea, but it turns out that you could like make money on like really simple, slow. Like there is somebody who's there's a guy who who's not fortunate because of pencils, and and like there's a paper clip. I'm just saying it's so crazy. It's like talk about these boring things that make people money, and obviously you guys are entrepreneurs, and we're sitting here in your business, and so it's like it just shows. And obviously you also work your 9 to 5, your corporate. I do the same thing too. I have my 9 to 5, and I have my corporation too. I just started my first LLC. So, and I think that everyone's trying to realize though that like even if you're in corporate America, like you're seeing every month they're cutting off 20,000 jobs, 30,000 jobs. You think whatever it is, just know that they could at any moment be like, hey, you know what? They put you on a PIP. They put you on, and you're like, oh, well, you're going to have performance, like there's all kinds of things. And the thing is that as they get rid of your job, their stock is going to go up. Like you're it's worth it to them to get rid of you. So I tell everyone, like, be smart, look around, have other, and so
Yeah.
I think you guys should definitely talk to people about being entrepreneurs and about having to like
Yeah, that would be
go out
that would
there
be
and
good.
actually
Like,
grind it out the way that
Yeah. I would say my advice to you would be you can get creative
Yeah.
in the way that you can want to teach yourself fulfill that need that you have inside you. If you don't do it sooner than later, you're gonna regret it, and it's gonna mess with your creativity. Maybe you're a really creative person, and maybe where you're at is not allowing you to foster that creativity, and it's messing with you. So every day you clock in, you're kind of like killing yourself a little bit. That's really what's happening, and that's really what happens to a lot of us creatives. Some people are really introverted and really enjoy that behind the scenes. They just want to type the keyboard, go home, go to sleep. Some people are really robots. Like I have friends like that. Like they don't want no smoke with risk. They don't want no smoke with like accountability. They don't want to start no business. They just want their pay. And tranquilo, go to sleep.
you want to be
Leave me
comfortable.
alone. Be comfortable.
There's something about being
but if you're
comfortable that
the biggest issue with
It's okay.
me is if I'm going to take a risk and I am going to start something, I would like it to be something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get into business for something, okay, is going to make me money eventually.
Yeah.
Right. But then
That's what I'm saying.
I
First, you're
hate
gonna
it
enjoy it.
too. Like I end up hating what I'm doing.
No.
I'm not
talking about what you
going
love
to go
doing.
from hating what I'm doing in corporate America now
No.
what I'm doing for myself.
No.
So just something that I enjoy.
So you
Yeah,
have to pick something that you enjoy.
No, yeah.
That's gonna be the first
I
step.
would say, like you said in the beginning, you might not enjoy what you think you enjoy when you're transitioning, but through time, you'll find something that'll make it worthwhile. Like for example, for us here, It is extremely difficult to run a bar and restaurant in general,
Yep.
no matter whether it's whatever we're doing or not. It is like people be like, "Oh, it's so cool on paper, you're a bar owner." I don't recommend it on anybody to do it. Don't do it.
I hear it's
Do not open a bar and restaurant.
Look at your eyes right now.
Like,
I believe you because your eyes are like
it's only rewarding for us because we have a large community we built through the years, and when they come here, they have a good time. We have the tournaments, we get oorah, and it gets old. We have the people we meet here make it worthwhile. If people stop coming here and we don't build community, it will not be worth it.
you guys enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what it
There's
is.
areas that compensate it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes it rewarding. So, for example, your teaching thing, you can get creative.
Yeah.
The generic teaching structure will not pay you what you want to get paid. That's not going to work. And by I'm saying be creative is I mean that you can do other ways. Maybe you only want to teach certain things that you're good at teaching, but those things online. Maybe do private teachings. Maybe there's something that you wish your son would have had in a teaching perspective that they never got that you could do better. You could just start those classes. And then as that builds and you get that clientele, whether it's online, going into people's homes, and that starts to like really take over your salary, eventually you make the leap. And then now you control your own time, your own schedule. You're able to be a private teacher. You're able to do virtual classes from home.
Certified.
Like
stuff.
there's ways for you to create,
Get a
there's ways for you to transition if you get creative. Without having to be in a class, and also because DOE is is a lot of politics. We have a lot of friends who are teachers too, and working inside DOE or inside these environments, you got to deal with the principles, the structures.
There's politics everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the other thing that I do really enjoy is working out. I'm
that too.
I'm a gym rat.
That too.
I'm a personal
Yeah.
trainer.
me too.
I did the personal trainer program and stuff just so I could learn how to do like workout vaina. And I have my certificate for that for nutrition y toda la vaina. I'm not a personal trainer, but I could be.
Mhm.
So you could just do it. And they have a payment plan and everything.
I just started a website, e-commerce business called healthspanwholesale.com. But either way, it's like saunas. It's drop shipping basically.
Mhm.
You know, but I wanted to learn e-commerce because I wanted, again, in the same way where I had my corporate job and I wanted to do something. And I think that e-commerce is the future, right? And more than anything, like I said, as I get older, I want to be less forward, meaning that like, I want to be able to make money without like being like there, like I want to be able to be anywhere on my computer and figure this out and see what's going on. So I have about 50 products on there. So my point is sometimes, you just have to kind of jump in there and see what's going on. And people always say this as I get older is like, I don't always know what I want, but I know very clearly what I don't want. And I'll be like, I don't want to do this. And so as you get older, like, okay, so for me, like longevity, as I'm in my 40s now, I'm like, oh, okay, well, like you gotta have to really think about your quality of life moving forward.
And you started with something, and then you build momentum from
You
there.
build momentum and you see
Once you build momentum, you get hype. You're gonna get hype. Yeah. The hardest part is getting over the hype phase. Once you get over the hype,
just getting started. To me, it's just like what is it that I want?
Right.
What is it?
I'm sure you have a lot of
said the
family.
word before,
Pressure on yourself.
logistics.
Yeah.
All about I learned, building this business that it's all about like the logistics of it, like the details, the boring things no one wants to talk to you about. Like you see like kind of the finished product, but once you like start like really like digging in, I'm just saying like I feel like you're a smart enough person that like knowing that half the success is just you being very good at understanding the details of what's coming next. So good luck.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
I think that's the challenge, right? Because like I need to know what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and just like the
Unfortunately,
uncertainty.
that would never happen.
Just
Yeah.
like the uncertainty and the unknown just kills.
How's
Embrace
your
like-
asset portfolio looking right now?
Yeah, like you're
Do you have money in the bank, Freya? Do you like?
No.
Nah, I would say
me. I don't
embrace.
care about video games. I cannot tell you what the hell's playing behind us right now. I don't care about video games. People come in and like, oh, what video games do you have? And I'm like, you see these bottles? Ask me about that. Do not ask about video games, right? But I do know that I am a customer service person. I love retail. If I could go back to retail and work at different stores, I would do that. So I know I like retail. I love customer service. I like dealing with different people. I like dealing with like
Chaos.
So yeah, I love the chaos. I love that. Like I'm not a corporate person. He is. I'm not. I knew that's what I wanted to do. So when he came up to me and said, you know what, I want to own our own restaurant, I'm like, I call bartender. Immediately. I was like, I could do the bartending because I love dealing with the people.
I would not I would not make a living. No me dan ni 5 pesos de propina in a month.
You just have
I
to.
Freya, I'm gonna call BS on that, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get more than $5 on tip. I'm not gonna lie to you, girl.
No.
I know at least gonna give you five.
It's like I don't think I'm a people person. Like,
Just gonna be
No,
real with
just
you.
by being pretty, they'll give you anything.
Yeah.
But in the
thank you.
it's true.
Counting.
Just by being pretty, they'll be like, here's 20.
Yeah.
In this line, like especially just being a bartender, like I've learned you just gotta be yourself. Like these gamers come in and I treat them like shit. Like I curse at them. I'll be like, yo, you're a bum. Like hurry up.
Or at least you're real.
With them.
Yeah.
And they just be like, Jenny, you're so mean. And I'm like, but if I treated you nice, would you come back? Ah, masoquita.
And,
You like that shit.
girls can just get away with being meaner. Let's just be real about it. Okay, we're getting all professional. Girls can get away. And listen, I do real estate, and I was talking about it. I was like, you can say things. My like female agents, I'll be like, listen, you can just say meaner things to people, and like you get away with it. But if I said it, they would like go crazy. Like you could talk to a guy and be like, oh, you can't afford this. Like it is what it is. I'm just saying.
Just say that.
I'm just saying that girls can like go there and just it's like, it's like I'm just saying.
I would say embrace the uncertainty. Like don't like that mindset you have of like you need to know what's going to happen. And that get that out of the window, unfortunately. You're gonna have to.
Leo, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, you're gonna have to somewhat in a way embrace the uncertainty because like it would never go as you think it's gonna go. And it might be better than you ever imagined. Like you have to like
Virgo.
Virgo?
Leo,
Leo.
Early August, fire signs. I'm sad.
July 24th. So just like when it starts.
No, Gigi's the 31st.
Okay.
That is interesting. Because you give me Virgo. You give me very like I want to know what's going on. I gotta plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leos were very like
I'm like that. I'm very like I need to plan.
The weirdest cancer in my damn life. Mind your business.
no, but Leos are very like
Self-centered.
and controlling and
J-Lo.
like
Prideful.
type A personality.
Prideful, and yeah, they're good.
J-Lo.
They're good girls.
So J-Lo and I share the same birthday.
Shit.
Oh, shot it. Hit the shots on that one. Everyone duck.
J-Lo and I share the same birthday, July 24th. Yes.
Oh,
Fun
no.
fact.
Oh no. Freya from the block.
That's a cool name.
So, guys, real quick before we close it out, what do you guys think is the future holds for J-Lo?
She's gonna end up alone.
Yeah, it's over.
I think it's over for her.
It's over.
No, I don't think it's over for her.
He may have a chance with Ben again in the future.
For real?
I think so.
Again? What?
Maybe.
I'll give it like 5 years and then get back together.
Time is a charm?
It could be. It could be.
I don't.
I think she really likes
she's
Ben.
tired.
I think she really likes Ben.
Jennifer Lopez does not need a man. That's the whole thing about it. She'll fuck whoever she wants, to be honest. I mean, she'll do whatever she wants. She's rich. She's just like, my point is, if I was J-Lo, like, I wouldn't even try to define my life by like a relationship at this point. It's like you're in your 50s. Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like we just have to let go of that being like a success meter, whether or not she ends up with some dude. I don't know if it matters.
She's lived her life.
She's a hopeless romantic.
Yes.
That's her problem.
She romanticized romance too much.
Yes,
Like
and then she's too strong, and it's hard for her to.
At this point, does she need a man? Or like,
No, she doesn't.
No.
are women okay with ending up alone?
I don't think anybody wants to be alone.
Yeah, nobody wants to be alone. I mean, it comes to the point where you want companionship, someone to be there, you know.
Que
And
no joda mucho tampoco. Porque también y todo.
I think that
Exacto.
Que no joda
Exacto.
mucho
Tú
tampoco.
you don't want, tú no quieres una gente que te sofoque. It's just, that's just.
I think also
But I feel like she's like that. I feel like she always wanted to be with Ben and always wanted to be like showing it off to the world. Like, look, we're working again. And it was just like, Ben was just like, my man, can we just be at home watching a movie?
But that's
Like,
another
that's a
problem.
joke.
That's another problem people have these days. Like,
They always wanted to show off. And it's
public.
like keep your life private.
Yeah.
Not
she has to do a movie, do documentaries.
I
Like
did love the movie though, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. So
I listen to the album every day.
yeah, but I think that's the problem, right? That your private life, you should keep it private.
Bro, talk about a full roster. Puerto Rican, Dominican, white, black. I mean, like,
she got the Infinity Stones.
dime,
It's J Lo right here.
Where's that? This is J Lo, right?
This is her spirit animal.
The spirit animal.
Thanos.
Good shit. Final thoughts, guys.
I would date J-Lo if I had a chance right now. That's my final thought. Why you're talking about all this thing? If she was here right now, all you guys would stop all this negative talk.
Okay.
I'd be like, "Come here, my love."
Oh no, no.
Like, okay, you guys would stop all this stuff, and I'm just saying, she's in some respect, and I don't no more disparage.
I am a huge J-Lo fan, but I would tell her like, babe, you just need to be.
I've
chill.
been in love
Like,
with J-Lo since Money Train, and I remember Money Train. Yeah, exactly.
Actually, she should.
Exactly, Wesley, exactly.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad. Yo.
Okay.
If she was more open to, she would be willing to date and give herself more options, she'd probably be able to find companionship. But I don't think
Who's she date, Angel?
nobody that has some money anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be
She tried that twice.
with who?
He doesn't even need money because she has money.
Who she dated that was like a nobody?
But she dated the young
The
kid.
first guy.
She dated
The dancer?
young kid, and then she dated the dancer, the
Oh, the dancer, yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
they
Isn't
didn't
he
have
gay?
money,
Oh, he was gay.
right?
My point is, J-Lo's been with, let's say she married what, 6 or 7 people, right? They said Thanos, whatever it is. Can any of you say here that you haven't been with 7 people?
No, I'm very picky.
Okay.
I've only had 3 serious boyfriends. in my life.
your whole life. Okay, I like that.
I'm only
It's
31.
a very serious thing.
And the third one
I'm
is a
just
charm.
wondering, like, it sounds like a lot, but
Third
it's
one is
like,
a charm.
is it like, okay, yeah, no,
It's there.
Very
It's
picky.
because her life is so
Public, yeah.
Yeah.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all.
another
That's
thing. That's the difference. Yeah.
Do you
A lot
Yeah.
of celebrities do a better job of keeping it to themselves.
do you
Yeah.
do you think J Lo will switch over and start dating women?
No,
No, I don't think so. She's never shown in that at all.
Mm-mm.
she's never given me that.
Fuck my real then. Okay.
No, she's never given that vibe.
No.
No,
I doubt it,
I don't
no.
think so.
No, I think she's an alpha, but there's something cool about that, and I don't think
an alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
she's an alpha woman. No, it is 100%. Like, think about it.
I think you sleep with J Lo y ella te da a ti.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
she'll turn you around.
I don't.
She'll ahora me toca a mí. And you're like, hey,
Yeah.
she'll bring out the baby oil. Like,
Oh no, yeah.
don't forget that dating city, my boy.
The better question is, would you let J-Lo? Man, you have to ask yourself. Like, if she really wanted it, you're like, oh, I don't know. I have no idea. All I'm saying is, I don't know, like, if J-Lo needs this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this is gonna give her anything, I'm just saying, like,
Nah,
Like she'll turn you around. Like,
She got that anejo baby oil. She been aging that.
She wasn't Diddy, okay, guys? So I'm just saying, she was there with Shine.
you know where Diddy got that take that from, right?
Nah, but yeah.
Good shit, guys.
I want Mark Anthony. That's what I know.
Ay, ¿cómo?
Mark
What's
Anthony.
up, man?
that's what-
Well, let's not rattle you up talking
Yeah.
about Mark Anthony.
Yeah, that's her boo.
So before we go, can you tell us about Uptown Gaming? Give us your biggest like commercial for why people should
Yeah,
come here
please,
and hang out. We want to know like all the reasons everyone should come here and hang out, and when you're open, and what time it's fun, and what are the good nights, and just give us like
Friday
give us-
nights.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the nights that come to Uptown Gaming.
Every day there's a tournament going on.
Except
Yeah.
for Mondays because we're closed.
When is
Yeah.
it lit? Go ahead, Angel.
Friday
Tell
night.
us.
For sure.
All right, guys. So if you guys don't already know, we are the first Uptown-based video game bar, Uptown Gaming here, 190th and Broadway, across the street from Cantina, next to Locksmith. Shout outs to them. We do tournaments throughout the week here. Games like Tekken, Guilty Gear, Smash Bros, Street Fighter 6, Mario Kart. We do social events, karaoke, trivia, anime parties, all kinds of different things going on here all the time, different programming. We work with different, like a lot of DJs, local artists. Overall, it's a good vibe. We got like anime and gaming based drinks.
Yes.
We have food. We have pizza, wings, tacos,
We
quesadillas.
have a bucket challenge.
We have buckets.
Tell us about the bucket challenge.
Brick oven pizza.
Yeah, brick oven pizza.
Oven.
And yeah, you can play board games when you're here. You can play video games. And overall, it's a good community, good vibes. You know, you guys are more than welcome to come. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. And yeah, it's a good vibe.
Tell us about the bucket challenge, because I know you're telling me someone just made the board.
Yeah, we had our friend.
Carlos.
We had
Tell us
a
about
good friend.
the bucket challenge.
So the bucket challenge is you have to drink. Yeah.
Signature cocktails: Golden Saucer, Made in Heaven, Supersonic, Psycho Crusher, Yoshi Island, and Love is Blue. And we make them in bucket forms. You have to drink all 6 buckets in a day while we're open. And if you complete that, you get to take a picture with the Infinity Gauntlet and maybe either a trip to the hospital or a Uber ride home.
Exactly. I'm gonna say, is it Uber ride included? Uber ride is included. Yeah. Uber your ass home because you gotta get the hell out of here.
God, that sounds.
I know that.
You got to be a tank.
By Carlos, it was the first day.
We got others interested. They're coming for the title. The others wanted to.
Yeah. Some people call it challenge. Other people call it punishment.
Yes.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Is this gonna hurt you? Frey, what's going on? What's that face over there? I feel like
like
Sounds painful.
it sounds painful. Exactly.
And it's 'cause you have what? You have
You
you have
wait,
vodka, you have spiced rum, you have tequila,
You have all the spirits.
Oh,
I'll drink all the spirits in one shot.
Oh,
Yeah, you have
Lord,
different-
no.
yeah, you have
It's
different
beyond
alcohols.
mixing. You are the mix.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you have to mix everything.
this is
And it's like each bucket is like 2 or 3 cocktails in one. So you have to really space it out throughout the day.
And I have a heavy hand, so.
Oh, alcoholics, come on in. Let's do it. We're going to satisfy you here.
risk.
At your own risk.
Uptown.
I am a Slytherin, so.
Oh, me too. I have a
nice.
I got the green. It's funny. I went to Harry Potter World, and all the kids. Everyone went with Harry Potter, like old people, and I got like a Slytherin because I like green. And then all the kids, all the youngest kids, they're all like Slytherin. They're all anti Harry. You know, it is what it is. I'm just saying, like the cool kids. I felt like really cool.
Test, and I actually came out Slytherin. I took it twice just to make sure, and twice.
I'm a
he came out
Gryffindor.
Slytherin. He came as Gryffindor, so we took our kid to like pick a hat because obviously he can't take the test. He's 23.
I own a wand. I own Harry Potter's wand at the house, by the way.
My cousin, you would get along, but like we told him to pick a hat, so we had the green one and the red one, and he was like, red, and I was like, are you sure? And I put the green one in front of him. He's like, no, I want the good hat, and he chose the red one because Dad had the red one. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I was betrayed by my son.
4455 Broadway. Stop playing. Guys, final goodbyes. Anything you guys, if you want to share your social media, perhaps, or
UG_NYC.
there we
Quick,
go.
TikTok, Instagram,
Yes.
Facebook, or just look up Uptown Gaming NYC on Google. We'll pop up and we'll be here whenever you want to hang out. Come see what's up.
Stop fucking playing.
Good review on Google, okay? So just get on there and put a good review.
Dyckman Podcast, Sis, Angel, Jenny, Jason Paulino. Once again, guys, nos fuimos.
Live from the MC.